Welcome back to The Takeout. President Trump said today he will soon, and when he says that, he means any moment, make an endorsement in the Texas Republican Senate race after last night's primary results. No Republican was able to reach the 50% threshold. Therefore, incumbent Senator John Cornyn and State Attorney General Ken Paxton have advanced to a May 26th runoff. On the Democratic side, State Senator James Talarico defeated Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Ed O'Keefe joins us now from Austin. Let us start with the Democratic side. Crockett fell to Talarico. Walk us through what happened.
Yeah, Major, ultimately his team says he was able to stitch together a coalition and includes traditional Texas Democratic voters, Latinos, and they say Republicans participating in a Democratic primary, which you can do in this state if you're someone who hasn't voted with them before. And they are encouraged. We know the history. If you're a viewer of The Takeout, you know it's been since 1994 the Democrats won a statewide contest here. But we spoke with one of Austin's congressmen, Greg Kasser, young progressive, good friends with State Representative Talarico. And he explained why he's quite enthusiastic about what Talarico may be able to pull off in November. Take a listen.
So right now we're standing in Travis County where over 25% of folks came and turned out. We haven't had anything like that since 1992. And the reason that we had that high turnout in 1992 is because Democratic voters knew that who they were picking in their primary could very well be their senator, could very well be their next governor. And people are feeling that right now. Look, I can't state it more clearly here. People in Texas, we're not a red state or a blue state, we're an underorganized state. We're a state where a lot of people feel like the government has just not worked for them. And Trump Republicans just kicked 4 million Texans off of their affordable health care, and voters are having something to say about that.
So interesting that he says they were an under-organized state. Certainly Democrats still have a lot of work to do across the 254 counties. But what also gives the Talarico team some hope is the fact that they kept hearing from, the candidate told us this, his staff was telling us again last night, and then we met it, Republicans who showed up to vote in Democratic primaries because they like what they're hearing from the seminarian who calls himself a Christian progressive. Listen to this gentleman named Graham, who's from the Dallas suburbs and drove down here to Austin last night to be part of the campaign party.
I'm tired of having candidates that don't really have character. And I don't agree with everything he says, but I think he comes from it with character and morality. And you see by, from the president all the way down to senatorial candidates on the Republican side that they don't. And I'm just tired of that.
Explain to people who don't live in Texas,
okay,
sort of what it is you heard or you saw in him that made you think, this is a guy worth voting for that I wouldn't normally vote for.
Yeah, there's a genuine care that comes out of what he says, and you listen to his speeches, you hear his talk, and there's just such a authenticity that comes through.
And it is voters like Grant Major that really begin to give Texas Republicans and national Republicans some pause, because if they switch to Talarico, then they got a dogfight down here in Texas that's going to cost them a lot of money.
All the more reason what the president posted on social media today that when he offers that endorsement for either John Cornyn or Ken Paxton, he wants the non-endorsed Republican to immediately drop out of the race. You and I will both keep a very close eye to see if that happens. Ed O'Keefe from Austin, thanks so much.
Take care.